So we are going to start on our backs. And like I said, if you want to just set your weights up so they're kind of down where you'll be able to easily reach them so that you don't have to scooch all around to get them. All right, so as you come down onto your mat, we're going to take it into some windshield wipers, but we're going to take our arms into cactus or goalpost position. When I say cactus or goalpost position, arms look like this, but the backs of the hands are resting on the ground. And then once you've got your way there, we're just going to start dropping knees side to side. And as your knees drop in one direction, your head is going to turn in the opposite direction. So we're getting the central nervous system on board right away. And then checking in, how do your knees feel? How do your hips feel? How does your back feel? What's your energy level like this morning? What's your emotional energy like this morning? So you might choose to take lighter versions, just depending on how you're feeling, physically or emotionally. Did you get enough sleep last night? $20 more seconds here. And then also as you're here, just kind of notice how are your shoulders feeling, upper back and chest. 10 seconds left. And time, nicely done. Okay, now we're going to take it into some alternating knee pulls. So we're going to pull one knee into the chest and then the other. You're going to switch at a pace that feels good to you. And then if you feel like you've already been working hard this morning and you want a little extra something, you're pretty warmed up, you can add that abdominal crunch. So you can just pull the abdominal muscles down, lift the chest and chin. But if it feels like it's better to just take it as a warm-up minute, take it slow, be super mindful, move through your hip hinge, notice your knees, notice your legs. Notice your back, and here you do use a little bit of your core muscles. So notice your abdomen and notice your hip flexors. Just give a little check in. How's everything feeling here? We're already halfway there. Ten seconds left. And time, nicely done. Okay, feet down on the ground, knees in a bent knee position. Now we're going to take it into hip bridges, but we're going to reach our arms up and overhead. So as you lift your hips, arms are going to reach up alongside your ears, touching the floor behind you, and then lowering the arms and lowering your hips with control. This is still a warm-up minute, so you go as fast or as slow as you like. As you're working here, notice how are your shoulders feeling? How's your range of motion in the shoulders? Is it feeling a little catchy or are things moving smoothly? And as you lift up, get a little squeeze in the glutes and notice how's your butt feeling? How's the backs of your thighs feeling? $20 seconds left. And time, nicely done. Okay, set your butt down and now grab your hand weights. We're going to take it right into a chest press. So we're going to load up at the chest, push up towards the ceiling, and then lower the arms with control. Keep your elbows nice and wide. And you're working at your pace here. Go as fast or as slow as feels right to you. Check in with your weights. If you're using super light weights, you might start to fire away, going as fast as you can, get a bunch of reps in. But if you're using heavier weights, you might choose to go just a little bit slower, working slow going up and working slow going down, and then tune in and check. Check your belly, check your ribs. If your belly and your ribs are popping up to help move that weight, you might be a little too heavy, or you might just want to check in and anchor your ribs to the floor. So we're keeping our center nice and stable and trying to find most of the work coming out of the chest, the armpit, chest, and the shoulders. And then if you like working with the breath here, or if you think it might be beneficial to you to just tune into your breath this morning, exhale on your effort and inhale as you release back down. And time, nicely done. Okay, now we're gonna take our legs into a reverse tabletop position and add a chest fly. So we're gonna keep those legs in that reverse tabletop, arms come straight out the chest, palms facing in towards each other, and keep a micro bend in the elbows. Open your arms nice and wide, keep your low back pressing into the earth. So we wanna keep our abdominal muscles engaged and nice and stable. And we're just taking the arms out nice and wide and bringing them in towards each other. We got 1 minute on the clock. And once again, you're working at your pace. If you're working with heavier weights, be slow and mindful. And if you're working with lighter weights, once you've got that movement pattern down, you've checked in, you've got those abs nice and stable, then you can fire away, going at a nice fast pace that works good for you. Nice, you guys, beautiful form. Man, you guys look amazing. And time, nice job. Okay, we're gonna spin it around into tabletop. So set your weights off to the side, spin yourself around so you come onto all fours, and we're gonna take it right into some bird dogs. So wrists in line with the shoulders, knees in line with the hips. Now you might choose a lighter version. You might choose to keep the hands and the legs connected to the ground and just slide out, keeping that stable center. But if it feels more beneficial to find a little extra lift, you're gonna stretch out and then lift up, keeping your center as steady and stable as you can. Nice, you guys. Beautiful stability. Man, that looks awesome. Yes, Karen, that looks really nice. Gazes down at the floor. So you're keeping that nice long line of your spine from tailbone to crown of head. You're already halfway there. Ten seconds left. You got this. And time. Awesome job. Okay, sit back on your heels for a second, give your wrists a little shake, a little wiggle of the fingers, just make sure your hands and your wrists are feeling good. But we're coming back to that tabletop position, but we're gonna curl the toes under, hover the knees. So we're gonna take it into a hovering tabletop position, and you might choose to stay here, just lifting the knees and releasing them down. But if you want that little bit more, you're gonna lift the knees, keep them lifted, step back to a plank, step back into that hovering table. Knees are gonna stay lifted the whole time if you can. You always have the option to reset, so you can bring the knees down in between each little set, pick them back up and step back to your plank. Or if you like that lighter version, lift your knees up and lower them with control. Totally up to you. You do the version that feels the best to you this morning. Keep a little bit of a broadness in your shoulders, gazing down at the floor so you're still keeping that nice long line of your spine. Nice, you guys. Nice, Liz. Yes. Woo-hoo, Judy. Beautiful. 17 seconds left. And time. Nicely done. Okay, bring it back into your tabletop. Knees touch down to the ground. And now we're going to take the right leg out to the side. And this does not have to be super high. So we're toes and knees pointing forward. Leg is straight out from the hip. We're just lifting the foot slightly away from the floor, lowering it with control. It doesn't need to be super high. What we're shooting for is not a lot of movement in the hips. So we want to find the work coming out of the side of the glutes and the side of your leg, but the hips stay as stable as you can. Not too much movement in the shoulders. Go as fast or as slow as you like, but it doesn't have to be super high. It just lifts off to the side and lowers with control. Already halfway there. 10 seconds left. You got this. Nicely done. Slide that leg in, pull your butt back to your heels, get a little stretch to your glutes, take a nice big breath. Awesome. And then we're taking it to the other side. So come back into your tabletop position. Leg is out to the side, toes and knees pointing forward. And then we're lifting up and lowering it down with control. Doesn't have to be super high and it does not need to be super fast. You're already halfway there. Ten seconds left. You got this. And time. Nice job. Swing that leg in, pull your butt back to your heels, get a little stretch to your glutes. And then if you like, you're going to add a weight towards the front end of your mat, come back into your tabletop position. And now we're going to step the right leg forward into a nice little lunge, but wide. So it's a little bit out, and then grab your weight. So the same leg that's forward, that hand's going to grab that weight, reach up towards the sky, set it down, step that leg back, switch to the other side. Left leg steps forward, left hand grabs the weight, reach it up to the sky, set it down, reset to your table. Go as fast or slow as you like here. We're working range of motion, hip mobility, strength in the upper body, and a little bit of mobility in the spine. So you go as fast or slow as you like and pay attention to the movement that you need to pay attention to right now. Nice job. We got 5 seconds left. And time. Awesome work. All right, come on up to a standing position. Give a second to give everything a good little shake. And now today we have 3 rounds of speed. So this is going to be our first round of speed. Find a soft position with your knees so that you're just a little bit sitting back into your heels a little bit. And it's going to be a side leg lift, but it's going to be for speed. And we've got 30 seconds on one leg, 30 seconds on the other, but you're going as fast as you can. So sit back into your heel a little bit, pick that leg up and out to the side, just as fast as you can. If speed is not for you this morning, leave the speed off, slow it down. But if it feels good to do so, fire away, going as fast as you can. You got 10 more seconds left on this side. Nice job. Okay, switch to the other leg. Keep it going as fast as you can. You got this. Yes, mama, nice. Woo! You guys are amazing. 18 seconds left. You got this, fast as you can. But if speed's not for you this morning, go slow, be mindful. But if you can fire away, pick up that pace. We got 7 seconds left. You got this. And time. Woo, nicely done. Okay, give those legs a shake. Grab both weights, and we're going to take it right into some farmer's carry. So think about this as a little bit of a walking recovery. We're going to hold those weights about 4 inches away from the side of the body. Walk yourself forward to the end of your mat. Turn yourself around and walk yourself to the other end of the mat. So it's only forward walking. You turn yourself around at the end of your mat, but keep those weights lifted away from the side of the body. So we keep our center nice and stable. Gaze forward. Once you've got that walk down, see if you can keep your gaze forward, turning around at the end of your mat without having to look down. So we're playing around a little bit with proprioception, but really just doing a little walking recovery. You've got 23 seconds left. And time, nicely done. Okay, weights are optional for this next round. It's another speed round, and it's gonna be squats for speed. So if you're gonna hold on to weights, load them up at the shoulders, keep them there, and we're just firing away, going as fast as you can into that squat. So find the squat position that works good for you. Maybe it's hip width distance, shoulder distance, or a slight external rotation. That'll be totally up to you, the one that you can control, and go as fast as you can. If speed is not for you this morning, leave it off, go slow and mindful. But if you're there and maybe cursing me out at this point, I can take it. I can take it. Go as fast as you can. You're already halfway there. Nice, you guys. Nice speed, man. You guys are amazing. Ten seconds left. Fast as you can if you've got that speed in you. Woo, and time, nicely done. Okay, hang on to those weights. We're gonna take it into a little working recovery. So now we're gonna lunge forward just a little bit, rotate towards that front leg, bring it back in, step it back. Nice and slow here. Catch your breath, let your heart rate come back down. We got 1 minute on the clock. We're going nice and slow. A nice stable lunge, rotate towards that standing leg, and then step it back. Only go as far into that lunge as feels good to you. Let your breath come back. Let your heart rate come down a little bit. We do still have one more speed round, so give yourself a little recovery here. And time, nice job. Okay, last speed round that we've got. Weights or no weights, that's gonna be totally up to you, but it's gonna be some cross punches. So if you feel like you're gonna lose some speed by holding on to the weights, set the weights down, because speed is what we're shooting for here. We're just gonna sink into a nice little squatty position, and we're just gonna start punching across the chest, straight out from the shoulders, fast as you can. And if you like, little boxer stance, soft in the knees, and let your feet pivot with you so your hips move a little bit, your spine moves a little bit, but mostly we're coming in for speed. Punching 2021 in the face. So just go as fast as you can, burn it out. If you were holding on to the weights and the weights became too much, set them down and just work on the speed. But if the speed's not working for you, slow it down and be mindful. You got 13 seconds left, whatever version you're doing. And time, nice work. All right, give everything a good little shake out. Now from here, back to those weights. We're gonna take it into a working recovery. Overhead press. We're gonna sink into a little chair position, tricep kick back, a light little lift of those arms, bring it back in, rise all the way up. Overhead press, sink into a little chair, tricep kick back, a light little lift, bring it back in and rise up. You got it. We got 1 minute on the clock. You can go as heavy or as light with those weights as you like. Give a second, let your breath come back, working through those muscles, but slowing it down just a little bit. Nice. Already halfway there. And time. Awesome job. Stick with those weights if you like. Now it's going to be a little bit of walking work. So take yourself to the end of the mat. We're adding a couple of elements we've worked with so far. So it's going to be a high knee. You're going to lift up. You're going to rotate towards your standing leg. So not towards your knee, but towards your standing leg. Set that foot down, step forward, pick the other knee up, rotate towards your standing leg, rotate back, step it forward. So this works the stabilizer muscles around your knees. So that's what we're working on here. Lift one knee up, rotate towards your standing leg, back to center, set it down, and take it to the other side. Once you find your way to the end of your mat, walk yourself backwards, and then away we go again. Lift your knee up, rotate towards your standing leg, back to center, step yourself forward, pick the other knee up. Nice. You got 7 seconds left. And time. Awesome job. All right, set those legs down, give everything a nice little shake. And now we're going to take it into some alternating wide lunges. So step your feet nice and wide, and we're just taking it side to side, bending one knee and then the other. If you want to go a little bit further with it, you're going to touch down to the ground, but you're going to take it at your pace and to a depth that feels right to you. So touching down to the ground might feel like a little too far. So maybe you just touch your knee. But if touching down to the inside on the floor feels good, go as far as feels comfortable, move your knees at a depth that feels comfortable, and at a pace that feels good. Already halfway there. Nice, Judy, beautiful. Nice, Rhonda, yes. Woo, you guys are amazing. 7 seconds left. And time, awesome job. Step those legs in, give everything a little shake. We are gonna take it back into a bit of a wide position, but now we're just gonna take one weight width. So in a wide position with your legs, you're gonna bring your weight over to one side, use your weight as a kickstand, find a single leg hold, take your weight with you over to the other side, use your weight as a kickstand, lift the other leg up. So we're using our side glutes, gluteus medius, gluteus minimus to lift that leg up. A little control in the quads as we take it from side to side. Use your grip to take that hand weight over to the other side. And find a little balance as you lift that leg up. Does not matter how high that leg lifts. You lift it as high as feels right to you. You're already halfway there. And if you like getting real fancy here for my yoga friends, take it into that full half moon position. As your leg lifts, so does your arm. "15 seconds left. Nice, Judy. And time. Awesome job. Woo, come on up. Grab heavy weights if you've got them. It's going to be a bicep curl and a calf raise. So with feet about hip distance apart, toes and knees pointing forward, we're going to take it into a little calf raise. Lower your heels, bicep curl, and back to that heel raise. So lift your heels and then lift your arms. You got it. 1 minute on the clock. Think of this as a working recovery. So start to slow down a little bit. Keep a little firmness in your belly so you're controlled on that lift up and lower down. Nice. Already halfway there. And time. Beautiful job. Set those weights down. And our last minute of work is just to loosen everything back up again. So we're going to take it into an opposite touch, same hand, same foot, same hand, same foot. Touch opposite hand to opposite foot in the front, same hand, same foot in the back. We got 1 minute on the clock. A little bit of speed, but not too much. We want to start to let the heart rate come down a little bit. A little rotation in the hips, a little bend in the knees. And then if you're touching that opposite foot, get a little twist in the spine as well. So all your body parts are getting loosened back up and slowly coming back down. Nice, you guys. Already halfway there. And time. Woo, awesome job. Okay, set those legs down. Start to step them out to a nice wide position, maybe about 3 feet wide. Toes and knees slightly externally rotated. So you find a comfortable position so that your hips can hinge and your knees feel good. Once you found your way there, hands to the hips, we're going to hinge forward just to a halfway point, check in, assess, see if you need to reset your legs in any way, and then come back up. Left hand's going to touch down to the thigh, right hand's going to reach up, take a nice big side bend. Beautiful. Lift up, take it to the other side. Right hand touches down, left hand reaches up. Nice. Bring it back up. And now we're going to hinge all the way down to the ground. So hinge from your waist. Hands are going to find the ground. Plant your palms and then hang out here for just a second. Let your head hang nice and heavy. Let your elbows be soft. Staying in this folded over position, if you can, walk over toward your left foot. Let your nose soften toward your knee. Beautiful. Bring it through center. Take it over to the other side. Nice. Bring it back to your center. Now we're going to keep our legs in this wide position, but we're going to walk the hands forward. So we're going to imagine that the top half of the body, and I'll turn both ways just so you get the idea. So we want to make the top half of the body almost as if you're doing a down dog position. So we're going to reach through the arms and then push back into your palms. Let your chest drop down, let your head drop down, and take a nice big breath. Beautiful. When you're ready, soften your knees, walk your hands towards your feet, and then we're going to toe heel the feet in so that they're about hip or shoulder distance apart. Bend your knees a lot, pull your abdominal muscles in, roll up to a standing position, Take a couple of good shrugs of your shoulders, and then we're going to just take those arms, throw them in and out, loosen up the shoulders and the chest muscles. Nicely done. Okay, you guys are amazing. Grab your foam roller if you're sticking around. If you're not sticking around, I hope you have an awesome, happy new year. I hope you worked up a good sweat because I'm like, it's in my eyes, right?